Happy Thursday. I'm back in my spot. I'm in here because um, there is something that's going to be in this Sunday's message that was birthed here. Um, I'll start with a different story. Um, Both of my boys, when they were younger, dabbled in a lot of different sports, and my youngest one in high school got really interested in tennis. He played on the tennis team. He wasn't seated super high, kind of like middle of the pack. But he was a pretty decent tennis player at the first half of the match. Like he'd win his first set big, 6-2, 6-1, or something like that. Um, they played best of five, and so the second set he would either struggle and lose or he would win really close. And then he would just fall downhill from that. Um, and because we're Western culture and Americans, we always think it's an external thing, Well, maybe a different racket. Maybe his racket's not holding up. Um, he did have kind of a uniform that he had to wear to be on the tennis team, but we were racking our brain trying to figure out what was it that he needed to give him to help him overcome that. Um, and the more I talked with him, the more I realized that there was something going on the inside. We're not really good about that in our American culture. If something's not going the way it should, or we're not feeling the way that we should, we blame the outside rather than look inward. I know all of you are facing short supplies and trying to find stuff in stores. When I can't find my thin bagels, I turn into a 6-year-old whose parents don't buy them candy at the grocery store. Like, what is that? Is that really because there aren't any thin bagels at the grocery store? Am I justified in being that way because they don't have what I want? Or is there something going on the inside that I need to be um, awakened to? In the counseling world, this isn't an official title, but it's an understanding. Those are called blocks. For our son, to help him with tennis, we bought him a book called The Inner Game of Tennis. And it's how to kind of be aware of yourself on the inside and what's happening when you can feel the game slipping away. Like, what's going on the inside? What are you afraid of? What are you feeling? What's happening? And I think in the counseling world, when we talk about blocks, it's when you're counseling someone and you see something so right there. On Reddit, there's a subreddit called Self-Aware Wolves. And it's when a person says all the things that are really obvious and you go like, yes, but they're not saying it from an enlightened point of view. They're saying it because it seems objective, but it hasn't sunk in yet. There's something blocking them from recognizing what's going on. And so blocks are something that we all carry. There's no shame, there's no condemnation. We all have these little things inside of us that inhibit us from moving to a healthier, more whole, more joyful, more meaningful place in our lives. But we can't see them. My son couldn't see what his block was in tennis. I'm trying to figure out what this weird thing is in me that just loses it when I can't get my thin bagels. And I've discovered a huge block in this place fairly recently that I'm going to bare my soul about on Sunday morning. We talked about gratitude last week and the science of gratitude. What are the things that make up living a life of gratitude? And then we kind of walked through a passage from Second Corinthians. And I had a nice, neat little message planned out for this Sunday about taking that to the next step until sitting in this place, reading scripture, journaling, that God revealed to me one of my blocks. I knew it. I knew it was there. It's like that Self-Aware Wolves subreddit. I knew it was there, but the light hadn't come on. And the light came on. So the neat little message that I had planned for this Sunday is not going to happen. I'll just save it for another time. And I'm going to talk about things that block us from living a life of gratitude, of gratefulness, of in thankfulness. Because I think sometimes we try to strain and strive and grit it out to be thankful because we know that we're supposed to, just like my son playing tennis. But what we really need to do is find that thing that's in the way, that's blocking us. So this Sunday, you are going to hear my personal, specific, very vulnerable block that I think is standing in the way for me experiencing real gratitude. I don't think it'll keep me from losing it when I don't get my thin bagels, but it is going to help me to move forward. So that's going to happen this Sunday when we finish up gratitude, the Sunday before Thanksgiving. We will have after party. We had a fantastic after party last Sunday. It was so good. If you want to join us, just jump on. We have people kind of move in and out. We had a couple of people, different people there this past Sunday. Even Zoom, you can just kind of keep your camera off and observe. It's a really neat thing. Our food pantry is this Sunday. They're preparing for 100 people because we know that we're really going to be slammed. And we still have several names to be taken off our giving house. I think something like 20 left. So pick one or two up this Sunday when you come by, names so you can help make some child's Christmas a really special one, or just call the church office and Kathy will get you some names. So I'm going to continue to work on my block. It's hard work. And I hope to see you Sunday. Have a great week and take care.